In our economics class today, we shall be looking at business organization that we call business enterprises, or at times they can call it business ownership. Business organization. It is an enterprise which is set up by an individual, group of individuals, or government for the main aim of providing goods and services for the satisfaction of human wants and making profit. That is, in every business organization, they have objectives to be achieved. Their primary objective will be to offer goods or to offer service to the human being. But having offered goods and services, they want to make profit out of what they are trying to offer the public. Types of business organization. There are two major types of business organization, namely private enterprise, public enterprise. Number one, private enterprises are the enterprises owned and managed by private individuals whose aims are to maximize profits. Such enterprises are sole proprietorship, partnership, private limited company, public limited company, and cooperative society. All these business enterprises are there in order to make profit, having provided goods and services for people to consume. They are not there just to provide goods, but to maximize profits. 2. Public enterprises are enterprises which are owned, controlled, and managed by government, whose aim is to provide social services to the people. In this type of business organization, government is the one in charge, providing goods and services, not in order to make profit, but in order to provide essential services that they are needed in the community or in the country. Sole proprietorship is a business enterprise which is owned, financed, controlled, and managed by one person with the primary objective of maximizing profit. In this form of business organization, happen to be a private enterprise which is owned by one person, imply that in time of ownership, it is owned by one person. In time of financing, it is this particular person that carry out the finance. In time of controlling, is the one that will take care of the business. And in time of managing, is the one that carry out the management of the business. So which means that the profit to be made or the profit making will belong to the person. Features of sole proprietorship. Number one, ownership. It is owned by one person. That is, the minimum and the maximum number of people we can have in sole proprietorship is 1. Number 2, objective. That is, the motive behind the establishment is aim of making profit. Number 3, liability. That is, in terms of debt. The enterprise has unlimited liability. If the firm is owing, the firm will pay the full debt to the extent of its estate. That is, the firm will not be allowed to go freely without offsetting the debt. Number 4, source of capital. The capital is contributed by the owner. So far, it is a one-man business, so the capital must come from the person. Advantages of sole proprietorship. Number 1, it involves small capital. In establishing a sole proprietorship business, the capital you have will determine the extent that the business will move. But if you are establishing a small business, you don't need to look for big capital. In that case, it is what? It involves small capital when you want to establish. We've seen a business that you can start roughly with 5,000, with 10,000 naira, because it doesn't take much money when it comes to establishment of sole proprietorship. Number 2, It is easy to establish. Easy to establish in the sense that it does not require formalities, procedures before you can start this. You don't need to prepare one big document before you go into the establishment. So it is easy to establish. The business can start at any time the owner wishes. Number 3, quick decisions are made. Here, you don't need to consult anybody before decisions are made. Whenever there is a need to make decision, the owner can quickly take the decision. Number 4, all profits belong to the owner. So far, the business is owned by one person. All the profits that can come out of the business will surely go to the owner. Number 5, close relationship between the owner and employees. That is, in this form of business organization, the employees are very close to the owner. They understand the owner. They know whom they are working with. They understand him to the extent that they know how they can move the business forward because they are part of the business, unlike some other businesses that you hardly know your employer. Disadvantages of sole proprietorship. Number 1, it bears the risk alone. Here, if there is any risk, the owner of the business is the one that will take the whole risk. Nobody will share with him or her. Number 2, it has unlimited liability. Unlimited liability in the sense that if the owner is facing a serious financial problem to the extent that the creditors wanted him to close down his business, if at the end of the closure of the business and the creditor could not realize their money, they will take up his private properties or personal properties. So therefore, it has unlimited liability. Number 3, there is presence of inadequate capital. That is, sole proprietorship will face a serious problem in the area of expansion when there is a need of increasing the capital in order to move the business forward. The sole proprietorship will find it difficult because it is only owned by him or her. So except if he can get assistance from bank or family in order to expand his business. So in that case, inadequate capital will be a problem. Number 4, it bears the losses alone. So far we have said that if profits are made, all the profits belong to him. In that case, if losses are made, all losses must belong to him. Number 5, it is not a separate legal entity. That is, sole proprietorship, the firm and the owner cannot be separated. The two move together. That is, the firm and the business, they are one. So when you are taking the owner of the firm to the court, you are also taking the firm to the court. Or you are taking the firm to the court, you are taking the owner as well. So we cannot isolate or separate the firm from the owner. So in that case, sole proprietorship has a problem in this situation, unlike other businesses that enjoy legal entity. Question 1. In a sole proprietorship, decisions are made by the A, government, B, owner, C, shareholders conference, D, management, E, board of directors. The right answer is B, owner. Question 2. One important feature of sole proprietorship is that A, it is a limited liability business. B, the business is owned by shareholders. C, one person bears all the risks. D, it is a legal entity. The right answer is C, one person bears all the risks. Question 3. The main objective of setting up private business is to A, protect the interest of government. B, maximize profits. C, provide infrastructure. D, promote exports. The right answer is B. Maximize profits. Question 4. The most common type of business in West African countries is A. Joint stock companies. B. Sole proprietorships. C. Partnerships. D. Public enterprises. The right answer is B. Sole proprietorship. Which of these following is a type of business organization? A. Stock exchange. B. Insurance company. C. Chain stores. D. Cooperative society. The right answer is cooperative society.